Oh my gosh, what? Ev's OnlyFans making a video this early in the morning? It's 8:25 a.m. on a Monday morning? What? What is up with you guys? So, really quick and no, right? I know yesterday's video was a little short. I was just kind of trying to get the point across as fast as possible. I was quite tired, but woke up this morning. I'm still tired. And my body is just now starting to, recover a little bit. I can finally walk around without, limping. So that's good. I felt like I was getting railed yesterday, non-consensually, but like I said, we're good now. Something I was thinking about. I watched a video on my TikTok feed just a little bit ago, and the guy was talking about how how we have to pay all our bills, and you can barely survive with having $800 a month. I can agree to disagree on that one. That's a lie. I can agree with that. Let's think of it like this. Let's say your rent is $1,500. You're pretty much spending 40 hours. Your average pay is $20 an hour. You're only making about $1,600, meaning you're going to only have $100 left over, and that's just for rent. Ugh. You know what I mean? And that's for people with no side hustles. That's with people that have no extra skills that build onto anything. That's just straight up base pay, normal human being, bro. And it's kind of tough, I'm not gonna lie. But scrolling through the comments of that video, I saw somebody say that if we all just simultaneously stopped, then the system itself would stop. I don't know how I feel about that one, right? And my reason behind that is, I kind of agree. The machine will stop if every cog in the machine stops, or a vast majority of the machine's cogs stop, right? But do you know how large a vast majority of us would have to be? That's a few million of us just saying we're not going to do it anymore. That's not happening. That's not happening. The whole point of the system is to keep us diversified, and it's worked for so long. We can't just mass do something. Let's think of it like this, right? We would have thought that in order for us to have a mass form of, compliance with one another and to come together, we would have thought a historical figure would have had to die, or something crazy major would have had to happen. We've had potential World War III. We've had Palestine. We've had Charlie Kirk's passing recently. We've had mass shootings this year. I think we're hitting 300 and something mass shootings, and it's only been 200 and something days. We're just now getting close to 300, and we've already had 300 something mass shootings. You would think these kind of things would unite us, right? No, right? And that's what I'm saying. Once again, we thought it would have been a historical figure or some political speaker of some sort that would have got killed. Charlie Kirk passed. It didn't unite anybody. If anything, it diversified us even more. The mass shootings, nobody seems to care. The high-paying taxes, the high-paying fees, and the lower-paying jobs, nobody seems to care. AI is on its way to sweep out everybody's job from up under them. Nobody seems to care. And the reason is, everybody's reasoning is, I still have bills to pay in the morning, so why does it matter? Motherfucker, you would not have bills to pay if we could all fucking unite. But once again, the mental process behind it is, why should I stop? Why should I take that risk? And everybody around me won't take that risk with me. And you can't blame them. You can't blame them, really. Because I'm thinking the same way. But the thing is, I'm going to take the risk regardless. That's just me, right? Y'all know how I get. But to the normal person, I can definitely see why you wouldn't just want to stop. You know what I mean? And I think that's a bold claim to say, if we all stop, then the system stop. The system is designed to keep us working. The system is designed to keep us going and to keep us diverse enough to where there is no, rise up. If there's a rise up, obviously the system collapses and they have to start from scratch. This system has been effective for so long that it's going to continue to be effective for so long. You see what I'm trying to say? There is a reason. Matter of fact, let's go back to a point I wanted to bring up. There was, I believe it was Jubilee, that was hosting One Millionaire versus 20 different people, right? And a guy was saying, you have all this money, why can't you just give it away or help somebody else's life out? I'm not asking for money, but da-da-da-da. And as he's saying all this stuff, and he's making a good point, he's making a great point. The guy pulls out $100 and says, here you go. And the black dude walks up and he just takes the money, pockets it, and shuts the fuck up for the rest of the video. Over $100. Something that could have changed. He had an opinion. He was voicing that opinion on the right platform, and that could have changed hundreds of thousands of lives. But instead, he shushed up for $100. And that shows a critical problem within the system that we currently face today. The higher ups, the people above you, your boss, your coworkers, the government, whatever it is, these people can easily stop a coup, stop any kind of rebellion by just saying, we're getting rid of the IRS, or no, they would never do that. We're getting rid of income tax. We're getting rid of this. Gas prices are lower. We're giving away 400 subsidy. We're giving away food stamps again. They could literally say anything and give you guys just enough of a bone for you to shut the fuck up for as long as they need you to be, pretty much. You ever thought of a dog, literally a dog barking, and you're like, oh my god, this dog won't shut up. Throw it some food. I guarantee you it'll shut up, right? And that's the exact way we're living in a system. And it seems like nobody cares because everybody's too tired and everybody has too much on their plate. And it's kind of scary, honestly. And it seems like, from what I'm seeing, that it's an American problem. And this is why we came up with the whole Japanese plan, right? Because America is in such a bad state. Everybody's too lazy. Everybody's too tired. Everybody's too busy to make a change in the system. And they hate the system themselves. Everybody hates the system. I don't know one person in this world that's you know what, the American system is so great and so good. I mean, I understand there's patriots, but to some extent you gotta be bro, eggs are too high, milk is too high, gas is high as hell, I can't afford to get a car. At some extent, right? But no, nobody cares, right? And nobody's going to care. I guarantee you, let's say when the AI rise up comes by, that's when people are gonna start trying to care. That's when people are gonna be you know what, bro, it makes sense. And it comes to the whole woke statement of people saying nobody's awake, everybody's walking eyes shut or looking with their eyes shut, right? Everybody's aware of the problem, they just don't want to change the problem or be the person to take that change for the problem. And I'm no better, honestly. I'm talking about it. I mean, I guess I'm making some kind of change, but everybody's walking with their eyes shut into the problem, straight into the problem. And we know this. Yet we want to deny it because we're like, if we acknowledge it, that means we have to make a change. Same goes for obesity. You're obese. You know it's a problem. Your doctor tells you all the time. But you go home and you still eat 5 pounds of bounce that ass every single day because your eyes are wide shut. You're aware of the problem. You choose to avoid it because you do not want to make a change. That could be from laziness, but it's usually from people saying, you know what, I just don't want to do it, man. It's too risky, you know. And walking past people, since I've been like mentally looking at shit from like a third person point of view this year, within the last few months, since I've started this little journal entry and started paying attention to my surroundings and all this, I'm like, yo, it's bad, bro. It really is bad. And it's almost as if, and the thing is, you'll try to tell others around you, and they'll basically look at you like you're crazy. They'll say, no, you know I'm telling the truth. They'll be like, no. Like, you ever seen a clip from Get Out where the dude was talking to the nanny, and she just was like, no. That's literally how people look at you in real life. You'll say, bro, I think the government is corrupt. No. Bro, I genuinely think like taxes is a scam. Like, it's a scam. No, I think like payment after death is a scam. I feel like when we pay taxes, that money should be transferred to our family members and should cover our funeral costs, and then the rest get divvied up between the. No. Okay, you do you, bro. And this is another reason that there's no progress being made. And like I said, people are probably gonna wait till like the AI revolution to lock in, but it's gonna be way too late by then. But they're gonna wait, and it's not gonna, or I think it's called like a mass awakening or something like that, or a mass realization. It's not gonna happen until everybody is affected. Everywhere in America, everywhere in the world, nobody's gonna care until everyone is affected, and it'll be too late by then. I'm not trying to sound like some woke propaganda spitting dude, right? But it's the truth. It's the truth. Nobody's gonna care until they can't afford anymore to pay anything because they don't have a job. Everybody's getting laid off. And the thing is, this has already been silently happening behind the scenes. And once again, nobody cares because it's not affecting them personally. So many people have been let off of their jobs. Matter of fact, I don't remember if it was Amazon. I think Amazon was one of them. But it's a banking institute. It might just be any banking. I think it was Bank of America. I think they let off 70% or like 30%. Don't quote me on these numbers, but it was a large percent. I know it was more than 30% of their customer service representatives because they integrated a new AI system into their software. I forgot what it was called. But back when it was like being soft launched, I remember banking with Bank of America and then seeing a report about it like this year. And I was like, whoa. It's like, damn, that's a large amount. And I believe Amazon has let off a large sum of their people. Big companies all around the world really have just been letting off a large sum. Usually tech companies, because they're the first ones to push out this kind of stuff before it gets like super used. Let's think of it like this. When was the last time you went to a McDonald's? Okay, last week, a month ago, 2 months ago, right? Have you seen those like electric kiosks, where those like new tap screen kiosks, right? And you'll see how like the front counter is empty now. You remember when it used to be just like the whole, like everybody's standing in the lobby, and then it was just like 2 or 3 cashiers at the front, and they would have everybody, you know what I mean? Like there was always somebody present at that spot. The last time I went in there, and the last times I have been in there, I used to go to McDonald's a lot when I got the app. Last time I went in there, brother, I don't think I've seen somebody just working the front dedicated anymore. They'll like come from the back of the kitchen to come help. And that's because the kiosk is a thing now. And that's a form of AI. Eventually it's gonna get to the point where there will be no cashiers. There will be no cooks. I know, right? Your food's gonna be made perfect every single time. Ain't that exciting? Real, like it really is. I mean, I'm kinda lit for it. Perfectly made every single time, no complaints. Holler to a player. Boom, fast food restaurants gone. Yeah, customer service, that'll already be gone. I guarantee you guys have called major companies before, and the first thing you get is, hi, welcome to da-da-da-da-da-da. Press 1 for da-da-da-da-da. That's the new AI stuff. And you keep saying, associate, customer service, speak to a representative, speak to an agent, and they keep saying, I'm sorry, I don't that's that AI shit, bro. But not to get on the rant with AI stuff, but I don't know, it's just something I was thinking about this morning. I was like, I think it's crazy how unfortunately, we won't make progress. Like, that's just how it is. I want to be optimistic and I want to say, yeah, we could make progress, but the number of people we would need to make progress is so, oh my God, it's so large that I couldn't see it happening. There's no way in this current day and age I could see. And everybody's so scared to do anything because of what's happening. Everybody's so tired to do everything, and everybody's in denial. Like, all 3 of those things at one time. And nobody has the, like, ability to just do it. Like, it's not like this was the 18th century where, like, you didn't have bills like that to be paying, and, like, you had abundance of money. Now everybody's so focused on just trying to survive. And I'm trying to say, we wouldn't just have to survive if we were to speak up about it. We ain't gotta rebel or nothing, but just speak up about it. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just a little guy, you know? Because your favorite influencer isn't gonna talk about this. Maybe Sneeko would. Somebody like Sneeko or Andrew Tate. You know that? But then they're just gonna promote their course. You know what I mean? And then what's their credibility gonna be then? And this is where I get this whole thing from, bro. I don't get it, man. Because genuinely, I don't know why influencers don't talk about it. They're scared of being deplatformed. That's another thing. We're after each other's necks. Like, we are the problem. It is not us that are you're not the problem. I'm not the problem. They are the problem. And we're not paying any attention to them. They're just sitting back going like this. Look at the peasants fight each other. Martha, bring me a cupcake. Like, what? And by cupcake, I mean a 12-year-old girl. But, yeah, bro. But we're all worried about the David case. We're all worried about who killed Charlie Kirk. That is slightly important, though. I'm not gonna lie. That is pretty important, actually. Because that could lead us to something. But, you know, we're all worried about friggin' the football game and basketball and shit, bro. It's killing me, man. People treat basketball like it's a damn holiday. Treat the Super Bowl like it's a holiday. I think the Super Bowl is the only non-qualified, damn near qualified holiday, bro. It's like Thanksgiving, but with like entertainment. You know what I mean? Okay, so basically, I know I talked about it a little bit yesterday, but what am I doing today? Today we will be having a splat ball war. I don't even know if I can show this. You can see it's orange tip. It's fake. It is a fake weapon. Prop gun, fake gun. We will be having a splat ball war, so that's something I'll be doing with the boys, you know what I mean? Later today. So that's around like 5 o'clock. I have to go donate blood. It's in about an hour or so. Apparently, it seems like somebody wants to buy a teddy bear off of me for some money, so we're gonna have to go meet with that guy too. Other than that, I don't really know. There's a few YouTube shorts and TikToks I need to post that I've had my camera roll for a bit. I'm gonna get those out of the way. But brother, I'm so concerned with how America's gonna end up. It's like sad, bro. And the thing is, I know for a fact, and I've been saying, the one fear that I would have even moving to Japan and being a full citizen and having permanent residency and all that other stuff is America. I would still be terrified of America, bro. Don't get it wrong. I love America, right? I just don't love what's being done with it. I feel like we can all agree to that to some extent with something. You might like a person, but you don't like the things they do. You know what I mean? So it almost feels as if I were to move to Japan, a war would take place, right? America would probably lash out on some country or something like that. And it would be Americans versus everybody, pretty much. Or Americans and Israel. Americans and Israel versus everybody. And they would most likely win, I'll be real. Or it would end in a stalemate, which there would be no such thing as a winner in a war. Especially not today, because it would just be a nuclear freaking genocide for everybody on the planet. And yeah, it feels like peace is no longer a thing that's happening anymore. And once again, I wouldn't even be in denial, because I want to be like, if I move to Japan, there will be no problems. But I know for a fact, the world itself has a problem, not just America. I feel like America is a big contributor of the problems that are currently going on in this world. But it almost seems like from birth I chose the right country, but it feels like as the story progresses, we find out that we're the bad guys, you know? It's really like a video game. You start the game and you're like, okay, we're the good guys, everything's so holly and jolly, this is the land of opportunity, land of free. And the older you get, the more you realize you're like, oh my god, we are the problem. We caused this. And I feel like the next world war, obviously it wouldn't happen like this, but almost everybody wants it to be America versus everybody else. Like, I really feel like that's how everybody wants it to be, because we caused so many problems. But obviously we have allies, so we'd be straight. And we're a superpower, if not one of the strongest, if not the strongest superpower of all time. So I don't know, bro. I feel like it's just gonna end with a whole bunch of death, bro, and violence. And I hate violence. I don't know anybody that just loves violence, gang. But I was telling my family this earlier. I was like, bro, I just feel like taking a spaceship to Mars, bro, getting the hell out of here. But even then, will we just blow up Mars too? Are humans really the problem, bro? When AI comes here, are they really gonna exterminate us because we are the problem? I feel like that is a very high possibility. Not to get into another Yap session, but just listen to me real quick. Humans would eradicate themselves eventually. If it's not through climate, it would be through politics. And if it's not through politics, it would be through mass corruption of some sort. So one of those three major things would cause absolutely catastrophic numbers of death. And unless we have a great reset, we're cooked. Now here's what I think AI might do, right? I feel like AI at one point will be like, what is the solution to save the human race? Well, eradicate the human race, preserve some of them, let them reproduce, you know what I mean? Or eradicate them, restore the earth, reset the whole shits, and monitor them from the very beginning. You know what I mean? That sounds smarter than us just killing each other, in my opinion. Obviously it would still be the same effect, but I feel like if there was any kind of great pandemic that came along, or what's the word? Any end time or end of the world scenario, I feel like it would be AI eradicating the human race. Not because they're evil or something, but obviously we would see them as a bad guy because they would exterminate us. But I feel like it would just be AI exterminating the human race because we're such a volatile creature. Honestly, we're probably the most demented creatures of all time. Think about it, bro. No other creature besides a dolphin is doing what we're doing. And dolphins ain't even that bad. Maybe a monkey, but monkeys ain't even that bad, bro. Humans are some evil creatures. We're also some of the kindest. That's a lie. I would say a chimpanzee, or no, not chimpanzee, but a koala bear. They're pretty good creatures, but I don't know, man. Anyways, besides the airsoft kind of thing and the donation of blood, I might need to move around some of my money. And like I said, I got to deal with that sale letter today at around 11, if the guy even contacts me. The guy that was supposed to purchase these Anthony Edwards, I don't believe he's going to be messaging me. I did play with those one time. They were mid, I'm not going to lie. Matter of fact, they kept their pattern pretty well. It looks like a few chunks got taken out of it, just a little bit. Maybe it was like that beforehand. But yeah, I think I was like that beforehand because this pair isn't messed up and this is my main foot. But they came up pretty well, but they look so weird on foot. On foot from a secondary point of view, these look crazy bad. Compared to my way of Wade's, these look super slick, super bouncy, very soft though, and as you can see, they're just absolutely fried. I need 30s away. But probably gonna buy me another pair of these. These are super sick. Probably buy me two pairs actually. Mix match them hoes. Because these, no, they're too flashy. I didn't really see any improvement in performance. They were just heavy kind of. They feel, let me see. They feel heavier, base heavier than these. I'll be real with you. But like I said, these just look super crazy on foot. You can see the silhouette difference. But these are super shiny, stand out a lot. And yeah. I don't need all that. I just need performance. So probably gonna get rid of those. If I can't get somebody to get the offer off of them, then I'll just whatever. But I do need to send offers to everybody that I know on Depop or that has liked my post. And maybe I should lay out some clothes to go ahead and list on Depop today as well. Maybe not though, I'm not sure. Because I don't really have any nice clothes to lay out. I have a blank black hoodie I might go ahead and list though. Other than that, man, nothing much to talk about. Tomorrow, I don't know what it holds. It'll be the 30th, so I really need to get on point with my payments and all that stuff. I think I'm about $20 short right now, but that can change at any moment. You never know. So I will see you guys tomorrow for the next video. Hopefully, I can get out some nice content for today. If you guys have never had these before, these are absolutely bomb. Go ahead and try them. Lemon head roast. These shits, fire. But yeah, to conclude what I was talking about, bro, I really hope for the literal hope of humanity itself that we can lock the hell in and we can actually like get some shit done, because it feels like we're just brain rotting slowly and that we're not getting anywhere, and it's just getting worse, bro. It's bad, bro. But I'm rooting for you guys. I'm rooting for us. Hopefully we can get it done, like I said. But I love you guys, and I'll check y'all later, bro. Peace.